you know, and I don't believe his program would work. I do not believe his program would work.
My boy Jesus turned that water to wine, bro.
When we move, I'm gonna have some type of setup where I have something in the background that says J-Lack. It's gonna be a nice little setup that I have. Say hi to my spider. It's a pink toe tarantula. I've had her for about like 5-6 months now. She's getting pretty big. I'm gonna take her when I move. That's gonna be my pet. A lot of people think I'm weird because I got a spider. I just wanted a spider. But let's get back into it. I'm not gonna lie to you. One of my favorite fitness influencers is Alex Eubanks. He's not a bad guy at all. To me, he's very truthful about his life and about his religion. Now, that's what I like about him. He's not scared to speak his name. A lot of people that do believe in God and speak their religion, a lot of them get canceled. You know, a lot of people don't like having to agree to disagree, and it's very crazy. But I've watched a lot of his videos. He's a very cool guy. I feel like it'd be cool to chill with him, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has that person. They'd be like, oh, I want to chill with this person. I'd love to have a workout with him. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people down on him because what he does stand for. But I honestly believe that it's, you know, very interesting and very well spoken. He's a very well spoken kid. I don't know even why I'm saying kid. I can't show his program because you have to buy it, so I'm not gonna just sit here and show y'all his workout. But he did when I first started working out about 7-8 months ago. All I saw was him on my For You page, him on my YouTube shorts, him on Instagram Reels, and I was like, who is this guy? So I did some research or whatever, and I got into it. And during that time, you know, I was going through a depression. You know, I didn't have a lot of people there, and it was just a partying thing, and just didn't know what I wanted to do. Just didn't talk to a lot of people, and till this day, I only have like a handful of friends that I can just sit there and talk to, which I love. I don't like having a big group of people. I get nervous and anxiety. But at the time, he had a lot of videos on himself and about what he's gone through and how Christ helped him. So, you know, I started praying, and it started helping me. I would have better days. It would just be a day. It wouldn't be a day that I just wouldn't sit there and think about anything negative. I'd wake up and I'd pray, and my day would go just amazing. Yeah, I might have went through something through that day, but man, it felt like somebody was patting my back the whole way. A lot of my insecurities and my problems in my life, and then him helping me get into the gym and him inspiring me to get in the gym motivated me. That's where a lot of like my physical health came in and mental health came in, and it just after 3 months, it was amazing. And I'm still on this program now. I might need to change up because I got a bulk, but his program was amazing. His program was push, legs, pull, rest, push, legs, pull, rest. So, you know, shoulders and arms, legs, back and shoulders, rest, chest and arms, legs, back and shoulders, rest. Me personally, agree to disagree. Yeah, you have to let your muscles, you know, rest and stuff, but I hated being at home. I felt like the gym was my second home after a month of me being in there because I just loved it. I fell in love with it. So like, I went every day. I might have not hit hard on the rest days. I might have just did a little bit of cardio, but I went every single day, probably like 2-3 times a day. I just loved it. And but yeah, it was a 3-month program. I went from 185 to 205 on a good day. You know, 205 at night after I done ate all during the day. So I'd probably say I'm at like 200 now, 199. But yeah, I gained some weight. But I also was drinking like 3-4 protein shakes a day, just drinking them, just getting as big as I could, you know. And I don't believe his program would work. I do not believe his program would work unless you put in the work. If you don't put in the work, you don't put in the discipline, you don't gain some consistency and persistence, like it just won't work. Okay, it just won't work. And that's where people mess up. They get this mindset and these goals, and they're never realistic. They're never realistic at all. And then they doubt themselves and they feel like they can't do anything. So they stop, never do it again. And I feel like that's like most people. You know, a lot of people get comfortable in their lives, and a lot of people face reality on their goals because they didn't get it the first time, or they didn't plan well enough. All right, they didn't plan well enough. So you just gotta plan well enough. But like I said, I went from I got a picture right here. I went from 195 to 185 to 199. Let me just say 199. But I went from this. Jeez, man, look at, I went from this, like, look at my chest. I had good muscle insertions, like, but my chest was terrible. My chest is still not what I want it to be now, but I went from that to, where is it at? Let's give me a good one. To this one right here, and this is flexing. So I mean, to that, like, my guy, you can't tell me that that's not an incredible 3 month difference. Incredible 3 month difference, and that's not even the beginning. Like, look at my back, going crazy, going crazy, going crazy. And for y'all that think that I'm not natty, I could never take anything. I got so much anxiety that I take an ibuprofen and I feel like I'll die from it. It's just my anxiety. That's just, like, I don't know. I've always been like that. Legs, crazy, going crazy, going crazy. I wish I could get to like 215, and like I want to bulk all the way up to 215 and then stop. But that was from Alex Eubanks. That wasn't from nothing else. That wasn't from the pills. That wasn't from anything else. But watching him and having the motivation and the discipline to do it. You know, I have a lot of friends that stop going to the gym just because they just like, oh, I work, I do this, I do that. But you have time to do all this when you get off work. You know what I'm saying? You'll have work, go home, drink or smoke, and then you tell me, oh, I was tired, but you ain't tired enough to roll up a blunt. You're not tired enough to crack a beer and drink it. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what your mindset is and who you hang around. Like, when I move in a couple weeks, I'm about to literally focus, lock in. Like, 2024, I hate to say it, but it's mine. Like, that's mine. That's mine. That's my buddies too, and my group, my little group I got, 3-4 friends I got, that's our year. But if it ain't their year this year, I know it's mine. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for the friends I do have, and if it wasn't for Alex Eubanks contents, for me to be able to just see somebody else going through something like me, and then finding a way to cope with it. Finding a way to cope with it. Yeah, I had a lot of problems when I first started the gym. They really didn't know anything. Like, I didn't know anything. I get on YouTube Shorts and I look it up and I get to it. My brother Kai, my oldest brother, he's 30, I think 34, and he just seen me working out, doing what I do, and he got in the gym now too. He wants to show his kids to be healthy. My mom, she's getting in the gym. Like, you don't understand, when you get motivated, you motivate others. All right. So, like, that's all I wanted to come on here and say. I want to talk a little bit about myself, about what the process that I did have. And I also wanted to talk about Alex Eubanks, because I've seen a lot of people hating on him the past couple of weeks, and it's crazy. Like, it's just wild. He's a good guy. I'm not degrading or anything, but he's a good guy. I couldn't sit here and say that that's not the person I watched to get into the gym. I didn't watch Sam Hullock or whatever his name is. I didn't watch the Twins. The Twins are great though. They're great, but when you're trying to find something to get into, you have to find the person that motivates you the most, the person that, like, almost you can see a little bit of yourself in, or you're just not gonna find a way to connect with that. You see what I'm saying? So just grind, find the person that inspires you, stick to it. Stop giving up. I'm not a big guy, but dang, I've come a long way from my gym journey. Like, Just came a long way. You already know what it is. Avatar Aang gang, what's up with it? Let's go.